Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Adam at ND72. So today what we're going to do some stuff for the SLK32. So if you remember, I did like one or two videos back. I went to Mexico and all that stuff, and we weren't really hooking up that good. And when I got back, I found out that my camber was way off in the rear. And after examining the tires I was driving on, you can see that I'm 100% wearing over here. So that's not good for my traction, because technically my tires are sitting like this when I launch, and then they squat, they go even more, and you want them to be a lot more flat so you get the whole surface area, because you can just see how this wear pattern is right here. I'm wearing a lot more over here than I am over here on these tires. So I caught it before it ruined these tires, but right here you could definitely see the groove where I might even just been trashing these tires soon. So factory in the rear, this car has toe adjustment but no camber adjustment. So you could get a couple camber bolts and all that stuff. So what I did is I contacted the Camber King, who helped me with my SLK55, and I got some parts from him. But before I did that, I took it to the alignment shop earlier today, because what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to show you the specs literally earlier today. We're going to throw the parts on there and take it right back to the alignment shop and have them do it professionally and with a machine. So I'm going to show you what the specs were that basically proven what I thought. All right, here's the specs. So as you see in the rear, for my camber, this was the passenger side. You can see how off it is, how it's a -2.0, and on this side, still in the green, but it's a -1. So this was definitely the side that was wearing extremely. I also had a little bit of toe issues, where you can see my tires are kind of toeing out on each side. I mean, not too bad. I have a little bit of a camber issue on one side of the front, but not as nearly. So what we're going to be trying to do, from what my understanding with a independent rear suspension car, when you're doing basically kind of launches like I'm doing, you want this to be zeroed out or even a little bit of positive. So we're going to put the camber plates on there and let them adjust it, and then we'll get a lot better, because this one's way out. So here's what the Camber King setup looks like. Pretty straightforward. So one thing when you are assembling them, so one of them's reverse threads. So this one will thread in basically the proper way, and this one goes reverse thread. He kind of made it easy, the different color nuts, so you know. So one of your racks you're going to put with a silver nut, and the other one's going to be with a gold nut. Pretty easy to kind of interpret it. That way, the reason I like that, so when you spin this in and out, whatever way you go, it sucks them both in or pushes them both out. If they weren't reversed, then as you would spin that, it would basically push that one that way and go that way, and it would kind of be counterproductive. So we got these. It's not tightened down. It's not measured out right now. I'm going to pull the factory ones out and then just kind of eyeball them and make them okay, just enough so I could drive. All right, step one, jack up the car. Step two, remove the wheel. Now they got their wheel removed. The part that you're going to be taking away is right here. It's the camber arm. So you just bolt it up over here and over here, if you could see. Let me go get a light. All right, so nut you're going to have to remove right here is at 18. And then you're going to have to remove the ones back here, which are 18 and 19 mils. And then this is the only really kind of non-common one you're going to have to do is right here. This is a triple square 12. So this is what a triple square looks like. So it's got all the stars on it. And this 12 will fit right into there. Will the camera focus on it? Yeah, see, triple square. So that'll bolt right into there. Doesn't really matter which one you do first, but for the triple square one, I just have a little extension. It slides right into that hole, and then I'm going to put the wrench on the back side of it. See, right there. Then this is the front bolt. Just put the nut and everything back together so then you don't lose it. That's the triple square one. This will be a little bit under tension, so it'll be a little bit springy, so just be careful, but you should be fine. And now I'm going to do the back one, which is basically an 18 and a 19, and that'll come right out. All right, to get this out, if you just pull back, it'll slide right out. You'll take all the tension out, and then you just need to wiggle it out. It's not that bad. You can just pull right here and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, guys, so this is the factory one, and this is the Camber King one. You can clearly see it's basically a different overall design. For weight, yeah, it's a little bit different in weight, not that much, but it's also going to be replacing these old bushings over here with some nice brand new ones. And how I set it up, I went almost identical to the factory one just for the primary adjustments, and then I'm going to install it, and then when I take it over there, they can make the final adjustments. But it should be pretty easy. It was pretty easy to come in and out, so we're going to go throw it in. All right, now that you got this all screwed in and kind of adjusted to the factory one, You're going to put it in. If you could see how it's like flips upside down like that, you're going to put it in like this so that it does that downward drip like the factory one did. And literally just go reverse order. Put this one in, that one, vice versa. So now you got it all installed, all nice, all tight. Make sure you tighten your jam nuts and all that stuff before you head to your alignment shop. And you should be pretty good. So we're going to throw the tire back on. All right, so we're going to pull all of our tools away, throw the tire back on, torque the wheels, and take it to the alignment shop. Okay, so we're back from the alignment shop. These are all the new specs. Basically, just fixed up my front end because it was a little bit off. But mainly what the big benefit is, if you look, so the new ones are right here. So it might be in the red, but that's not really in the red. So now I'm almost zeroed on my rear. This should be perfect, so right when I squat and driving, it'll be really nice and flat. Don't mind the picture if the picture shows a curve. That's not really true. Everything else is basically good. So we made everything a little bit straighter. So like as you saw before, I had this toe that was a little bit off, so that might help me out a little bit. You know, little things like that. And I think it came out a lot better, and that should help me hook up. Hey guys, thanks for watching these videos. At this moment, clearly if you're watching this video, you must own an SLK32, a C32, an SRT6, or a Crossfire. And you're already enjoying the M11-2 platform and M11-2K platform. But you know what everyone else likes? Saving a little bit of money. One way to do that, I got a coupon code for you. I got 10% off of an intake from Needs Wings and bigger crank pulley from Needs Wings. I'm putting a link below. I'll probably put something right around here of a little thing to remind you. But the coupon code is ND_72. And make sure when you go in there, it says, how'd you hear about us? Also put ND_72, and that should get you 10% off of a bigger crank pulley for more boost. Soon I'll be installing this on my car right here, and you actually will see a how-to in doing it and everything you need. This is I'm pretty sure it's a 178 crank pulley from Needs Wings. That coupon code will get 10% off of that and 10% off the sweet intake. Not this exact one, because this is mine, but you'll be able to get the Needs Wings dual intake for 10% off. Pick whatever color you want. I like my color. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was like candy red. And this kit is very easy to install. I made a video of it, or basically you're watching that video right now. So hope you guys like it. Remember, Needs Wings website, coupon code is ND_72. Let's get back to that video. All right, so next part to get the whole rear suspension to hook up a little bit better is going to do some rear shocks. So these are my factory ones, just H5 AMG shocks. They look 100% factory. They had a little leak, so they're very old. These shocks are some Kong 3-way adjustable rebound only shocks that were on my CLK. I'm hoping they will fit. They only can adjust from the rebound from this teeny little, if you can see, this little knob right here, which sucks really bad. I hate this style. But I had the front and rear, so I'm going to try the rear to see if they even fit up. From what I measured, the body of the shocks are the exact same. The length is a little bit different. As you can see, like I could compare it right up to there. So that's a little bit taller. But when you actually remove the shield, the body of the shock is basically like just this much shorter. So it goes right here. So that's not that much shorter. But yeah, the rod part. But the other part, like if you could see how much extension this one is, all this is just nothing. You don't need any of that. And the body is just such a little bit where I don't think it'll matter too much. But the quality of this shock is going to be so much better, and I can adjust the rebound. So that should help me better on hooking up. So we got both shocks out, and as I showed you, I can show you the body length. It's basically like, I don't know, like a ½ inch. The factory's a little bit longer. But I just pulled out the passenger side one, and as if you can see on the camera, I don't know if you can see, but it's been like leaking, and this one's actually really broken. I'm going to show you what a good shock should be, or an okay one, and what this one's doing. Alright, so quick little thing about shocks. So this is how it normally sits in the car. This can be flipped it over. So compression is when you actually compress it down. And that's how much compression it has. And then rebound is how fast it'll actually shoot up. So this is my driver's side one. So how easy that was for me to do. Here's my passenger side one. That's all it compresses. Like a quarter of an inch. I cannot, for the life of me, get this to go down. This shock is trashed. I'm going to dissect it and see what's actually stopping and breaking it. Alright, so we got the two shocks. So I got this one set to the best rebound for me, the slowest rebound that I think I'm going to need. So we're going to show the compression on the two shocks are roughly the same. I'm putting the same amount of force. I can push them both down pretty easily. But if you look at the rebound, see this one's still moving, still moving, still moving. Still much less rebound on this one than the factory one. Now, like I showed you, this other factory one was completely blown apart. So this is basically like a solid shock I was driving around with. So these new ones, well, new to this car, they're my old ones from my other car. They should help out a real lot. So we're gonna go bolt them all in, make sure they all fit, and take it for a ride. So yeah, they bolt directly right up. So we got everything bolted in. The shocks bolt up. They bolt up from the top. They look good. One other thing that I did remove my bump stop. I still have them. Maybe I'll put them back in. I'm just looking over the video, and I would think at one point, well, mainly we'll just compare this side because this is the only good shock. You would see it like hit a stop and pop back up. So I'm thinking this bump stop, removing it, might help me out a little bit. If not, I still got them. They're easy to put right back in. All right, and even to show you the top, so Mercedes has a little access hole. Come on, let me see if I can push enough this way. You can see like you have a crap load of threads hanging out. Like this shock is gonna be plenty long. And my springs weren't stock. My springs were from, they were lowering springs from a different SLK, so it's a little bit lower. So you can see how I could kind of fit 2 fingers in. But definitely what I did, I was always wondering why. This side always sat up higher, and I never knew why. Now I know. The shock will only move down that much. So hopefully this will help out a lot. We're going to put our little covers back on. We're going to let the car sit and settle. And I'm going to shake a little bit, then we'll go for a test drive. Well, we got a little bit of an issue. Not even going to show you the footage because I want to do a first test. As you can see, there is all of this stuck. The grass. You can see where the car hunkered down. And holy crap, this fender's on fire right now. I did 1 or 2 pulls before I started seeing stuff flying off and smelling stuff. Yeah, this side, now it hunks and holds perfectly. No more of that bouncing. And now it hits the tire. So I'm going to have to adjust that. But this side is good. I think the issue is, I think this is like perfect. And it just barely misses the tire. The reason this side is hitting is because I sit in the car and it sunks it down just enough to hit it. So I have 2 options. I either got to lift the car a little bit or get proper shocks. So last and final before we go test drive again, my replacement was replacing the steering shock, which goes right up here on the steering rack. That won't really help me for launching, but it's going to help me for driving because you can just see like this one. I'm not even pushing down. It is just dropping. It's not absorbing nothing. That literally just dropped. Like watch, like not touching. And this whole thing just sucks all the way right down. Here's a brand new one. And you can just see how much resistance this one has. So we're going to throw this one in there, and that should help out my steering. Just absorb a little bit of shocks. And this was like a $25 part, like super effing cheap. Like, look, I can just push it up with my thumbs, and then suck it right down. So this will be completely trashed. Okay, so what we did is we got rid of the 15s just for now, because this tire is a little bit shorter, and I just want to see the travel. So what we do is we got the GoPro set up to see the travel of the tire. We're going to take a quick little pull and see if these even hook up better. Because if I hook up better with these 255s, then I know once I get the car set up like proper level, it'll hook up so much better with actual 275 drag radials. Let's hop in the car and go try it out. All right, we're here in sunny Mexico. Well, not sunny, it's pretty cloudy out. We've been driving around quite a bit, so the engine's pretty hot. We're going to do a little bit of like a couple little Bernie burns and then try to do a little pull. Try to get it a little warm. Yeah, don't mind that. That's because I got low fluid for my roof. We'll try to roll into a 20 pull. Dig really quick. Teeny burnout. Alright, there's that. Alright, so we just got back. It doesn't look like I have any like weird rubbing or hitting on the tire. We'll have to re-look over the footage. The fender's cold to the touch. You know what I mean? Looking pretty good. Let's check this side. Yeah, it doesn't look like I hit or rubbed or anything really, like it sunk down too much. Maybe a little bit there, but I don't think so. We'll look at the footage. Hopefully my GoPro didn't die because I had like 10% battery. If it did, then we're going to have to wait for it to calm down here in Mexico and then go back out. So we made it back with the SLK. Everything went perfect. I've been driving around for about maybe a week or two now with this setup. I like it so much better. Geez, with these 255s, it's hooking up night and day difference than when it was. I can't wait to put back my 15 inches, but what I'm going to do is I decided I'm going to just raise the car up a little bit in the rear for when I do run the 13, or when I run the 15 inches, because that's a 26-inch tall tire. These 255s are a 25-inch tall tire, so that's kind of like my issue. It's just the car is too low with that rim. No biggie, very easy to do. I'm going to order some adjustable springs. I'll make a whole video about them. I'm ordering some actually really cool ones where you could adjust them without taking them off the car. If anyone knows about these, that's the biggest like pain in the butt with a lot of coilover kits. For the rear on this setup, you'd have to remove the whole spring perch and take it and move it up and down. The kit I found is a little bit pricey, but they say that you could do it with like a 17 mil and you can move it up and down. So we're going to try that, but hopefully you guys like the video. Make sure you guys put a comment down, like, and subscribe. We will bring this car back out to the track very soon, and I got a couple more projects coming up soon. So, talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys subscribe. Lady. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up.